right, you're live.
Perfect. Good bowling, dude. I know it's not the finish you wanted, but not the finish any of us want. Get eliminated in the first round. Alrighty, so on 7 and 8, we have Scott Matthews, the 4-5 seed, against Derek Norman, the number 1 seed. Two-handed righty against two-handed lefty. And after that shot, it looks like Derek Norman has the world, to be honest. I might be biased as a one-handed right-hander, but that's the first shot that I've actually seen hook off the gutter all day. That it almost looked like a hype hybrid from Scott Matthews. We'll see how this match ends up going because I'm not really sure. To be honest, I'm not really sure what either bowler is throwing. Have a good one, buddy. Good bowling. Crap. I don't know if Brian is going to try to get the match. It looks like Brian is trying to get the match on 15 and 16 setup right now, which that match is Phil Zakarski, I think. I hope. Yes. Phil Zakarski and Jason Cook down on 15 and 16 is the other match going on as we watch Scott Matthews go Brooklyn and leave a 5. I'm still not sure what ball that is. It's kind of what I was thinking. Holy shit. Jaron, what is up, man? I used to bowl on your league at Riverwood like 2 years ago. You and Dannon. Wow. I was a nobody back then, but I guess I still am a nobody. Making the simple spare. Kind of surprised nobody had their hand up for that one. I'm going to need a couple more shots before I agree with you, Jaron, though. It looks okay, but I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen if he misses right. If he can still get it to bounce off the gutter. From Florida? When did you move to Florida? That is Derek Norman that you just watched throw that strike on the right lane. It looks black hammerish. It might be a double cross, but I'm not entirely sure. I believe he was wearing a Storm jersey, so that might be a double cross, but in amateur bowling, oh, that's a turbo jersey. Never mind. So that could be anything from a black hammer to a double cross to just about anything that anybody has ever made that's black. Good luck figuring that one out. Oh, that looked almost... that's tough. In the live lighting, that looked almost like it had a blue tint to it. Definitely understand that one. Not the biggest fan of the snow when you have to go to work, but I love the snow when it's not because you have to go to work. Riding snowmobiles is ideal, but cleaning it off every morning kind of sucks. Hopefully Florida's not too many old people for you. Hook. There we go. All right. I might start to agree with you, Jaron. That's probably is the best ball change. Urethane looked like he started getting over under, and it seems so far like this reactive is blending it out a little bit. Still not quite sure what ball that actually is. I don't know. I know he's on staff with Brunswick, but I'm not familiar with the Brunswick line enough to know what ball that is. My first thought is like the Bigfoot, maybe, but I feel like the Bigfoot had more blue in it than that. Gotcha. You know what he's from? Black Hammer? Gotcha. So, update from Scott Matthews. He is currently throwing the sneak attack, which is why I didn't know what it was. And he has somewhat confirmed that Derek Norman is throwing the Black Hammer. Which, ball motion-wise, it does kind of look like that, but I feel like maybe his tilt is just higher than what it looks, because I feel like I can't get my Black Hammer to react that hard down lane. As of right now, we are sitting at Scott Matthews' 9-spare double to Derek Norman's double 7. Fairly close match here. So we got 277 off the sheet to 290 off the sheet. On the other end of the house, it looks like Jason Cook has a double compared to Phil's strike split 5 count, maybe a 6 count bucket. From this end of the house, it looks like Jason has a pretty commanding lead, but we're only through 2 frames. There's a lot of bowling left. 5 count. As we watch Derek Norman put 10 back again. As of right now, I am more confident in Scott Matthews' ball change than I originally thought I would be. It looks like he has more miss room right. He just has to commit to throwing it right. Like his miss has to be right with a reactive ball on the right side. That looks pretty good. There we go. I think he's starting to get locked in here. Still 290 off the sheet compared to 277 off the sheet. But like I said about the other match, we're only through 4 frames. There's still a lot of bowling left. Down on 14 and 15, Phil Zakarski leaves a 2-4-10. Doesn't look like Brian has the live stream up quite yet, so I'll try to keep you guys updated down there as well. As Scott Matthews just destroys that 7 pin. For me, that would have been an upper decker 7 all day long. Well, Darren, I would definitely move down there for money too. I just feel like there's a lot of old people in Florida. Old people and like 19-year-olds on spring break or like 18-year-olds on spring break. Or you get like the occasional group of 16-year-olds that catch you off guard, but at the same time, I think you're married, aren't you? I don't know. Anyways, who knows where my brain goes. Tony, I have the ball review for the Odyssey already filmed and the ball review for the Mythic Jackal already filmed. The Odyssey is honestly probably one of my favorite balls in my bag for like heavier oil stuff. Medium length to longer. I don't particularly like it on shorter patterns because it is a bigger but cleaner cover, which sounds weird to say about a solid, but in my opinion, if I had to pick the top 3 from Motive, that would probably be in my top 3. But I do have that one filmed. I've just been waiting for the right time to be able to afford the membership, I guess, for Filmora, because there was a lot of people when I was posting all of the ball reviews as soon as I got them that were talking crap about me posting it with the watermark on it. and I just kind of got tired of dealing with it. So I haven't posted since my Who is Redbeard Bowling video because A, I was bowling like absolute crap in the beginning of this year, and B, it's just not worth my time when 60% of the comments that I was getting were comments talking crap about me. So I just didn't feel like dealing with it. I do have them filmed though, and I really need to post them and just not care what people think about me. But the Mythic Jackal for me is hit or miss, but the Odyssey is absolutely one of the favorite balls that I have. And then the Blue Coral Venom, I do have that one. I haven't filmed a review for it yet, but that ball is absolutely my favorite ball in the bag, no doubt about it. With a touch of surface, I can make it react like a Venom Shock, and if I leave it clean, it is a touch cleaner and a touch stronger downlane than a Venom Shock, which I never thought I would need that shape, but it plays so well on sport shot stuff. Yep. So as of right now, I think I'm going to bite the bullet here. You know what, just for you, Tony, I'm going to do it. Thursday, I'm going to buy the membership so I don't have to post it with a watermark, which is no big deal. And then I'm going to post the Odyssey video first next week, and then I'm going to post the Mythic Jackal video the week after that. And then hopefully I'll get back to filming and posting tournament vlogs, as well as I plan on buying the Pride Empire. I don't know if I'm going to be able to buy it on release date, but I intend to buy the Pride Empire. As we watch Scott Matthews flat 10. So we have 9 spare, 4 bagger, 9 spare, 9 to double 7 spare strike, 8 spare strike. So we have 107 in the 5th for Derek Norman and 129 in the 5th for Scott Matthews. Derek Norman has a strike in the 6th to Scott Matthews' 9 spare 9. Hopefully he shoots this 10 pin right here. Looks pretty good. Knocks it over for 9 spare in the 7th. So we're at 148 in the 6th to, if Derek doubles here, we have 137 in the 6th. You guys would probably know better than I would. Is Brian running a delay? That was a good shot from Derek. I mean, at this point, we have 257 max to Scott Matthews 259, I believe. I think that's how the math works out. 258. I believe Scott Matthews, if they both sheet, still has the advantage by 1 pin. Either that or I'm off by like 10. Big shot from Derek Norman. And he gets it. So we got 137 in the 6th to 148 in the 6th. Derek Norman going off a turkey out of the 6th, and Scott Matthews has 9 spare in the 7th. Scott needs a couple hits here to stay alive. Gotcha, Tony. I would assume that he's running some kind of a delay. Maybe it's only like 15, 20 seconds, but not entirely sure. Hook, hook. 2 pins again on this lane. Which Scott did tell me game 4 that he's been playing the right lane a couple boards more than the left lane on every pair he's been to. So maybe this pair is a little more consistent left lane to right lane, but As of right now, that's back-to-back 2 pins on the right lane, which I believe gives Derek Norman the lead by 10 pins right here. Looks like Brian got the other match up and going. Just for an update on this match, it looks like Jason Cook is still leading. So, yeah, we have 173 in the 8th off an open for Jason Cook compared to 122 in the 8th, but he has a double in the 7th and 8th for Phil. I already forgot how to say his last name. Phil, I'm sorry if you watch this back. I don't know who you are. Phil Zacharski. As Jason leaves a 10 pin in the 9th. So that could shape up to be a fairly close match. And of course, as I walk away, Scott picks up an 8 split. Throw it in the comments. What did Scott just leave and then make? I feel like it was probably a 210 or a 2-pin combination. 210, maybe a 2-7. Maybe he just made a 4-9. I could see him adjusting off that 2-pin leave and then flat 10 leave and then 4-9ing. That's a very real possibility. Derek Norman gets up going off a turkey in the 6th through the 8th. 310, I could see that possible too. That's a 4-bagger for Derek Norman. Wait, who shot 848? Was that in singles? I would assume it has to be in singles if you're thinking it's going to hold up. I've been kind of clueless to what's going on at nationals since I bowled nationals. So like it might hold up. If it's in singles, I would assume that it's almost guaranteed to hold up because there were some high scores out there, but 848 is still a big set. Like I don't even care if I would assume that in singles it's going to hold up. Like I don't even care if you're bowling on a house shot, game 5, 6, or 4, 5, and 6. Even on a house shot to shoot 850, Jesus, like that's up there. I really don't see anybody beating that in the next 7 to 10 days. Like I feel like he's pretty much locked in for the singles lead. There's only been 1 or 2 other 800s, right? Or am I completely off on my numbers here? But I know that when we bowled it, there was a shot out there for singles, but it wasn't as easy as it was for the middling games. Like if we could have taken my best set out of the 6 games that I bowled for singles and doubles, I probably would have been close to beating that. Maybe not 850. I feel like I would have shot like 830 with my 3 best games. But at the same time, once we got into those, like the first game was rough and the last game was rough. But other than that, it wasn't horrible. Like once we got it burned in practice with urethane looked good for 2.5 to 3 games. And then after that, it was hit or miss. I'm just going to ignore that comment, Tony.
I don't know, by the way. If he picks us up and strikes the time. It's the same as us.
So Brian just informed me that down on 15 and 16, if Jason Cooks picks that up and strikes, they tie. And Scott Matthews is at 213 with a fill ball left. He needs to strike right here to win by 1. 9, they tie. Anything less than 9, Scott Matthews loses. But yeah, Tony, I'm not even gonna comment on that Tank Blitz stuff because I sold that ball for $50. That is not my cup of tea. That's got to go. Scott Matthews loses by 1 pin. 221 to 222. Derek Norman moves on. Disappointing shot for Scott Matthews. But then again, Derek Norman split in the 10th to give Scott a chance. And that's all she wrote, folks. Brian said that he was going to get the match set up. I believe we are moving to 9 and 10 or 13 and 14. But you were definitely right, Darren. That right lane caught him. It really seemed like he didn't have a whole lot of miss room altogether at the end on either lane. But I'm not a bowler. Oh, well, I am obviously a bowler, but like I'm not throwing the shot. So feel really comes down to the difference. Sometimes you just feel that a lane is different or hooks more or less than the other lane, and then you play it that way, and then it actually turns out to hook that way. Not ideal for me because my horse just lost the race. But anyways, Brian said that he has the other stream up and ready. There's going to be 2 on each lane with Derek Norman having choice of lanes. It looks like Jason Cook won the last match. So we're going to forward over to the other stream. Brian already has the stream going, and they are working on doing practice shots right now. Thank you. Refresh the page, and you should be able to see the next one.
You want to